Okay, good morning guys. Today we're going to learn fractions, making them equivalent, and then adding and subtracting them. So these are your objectives for today. So we came in today, we should have written these down on our do now sheet, just so you all know what we're going to be learning for today. So first we're going to find the least common multiple of different pairs of numbers. So can anyone tell me what the least common multiple is? Jasmine?
The least common multiple is the lowest number that the two numbers go into.
Yeah. So, or we can call that LCM, which you guys seem to already know. But I'm going to put a few pairs of numbers on the board. Okay. So, can anyone think of the least common multiple of 2 and 6?
6.
Yes. So, what do we multiply the 6 by?
1.
And then what do we multiply the 2 by?
3.
Yes. Okay, what's the least common multiple of 3 and 9?
9.
Yes. So again, you just multiply the 9 by itself, and then the 3 by 3. So what about 2 and 10? What's the least common multiple?
10.
Again, just that by that. And then, okay, so we're going to relate this how it goes in the fractions. So first, I'm going to add the fractions 5/12 and 3/12. So since these have the same denominators, it's going to be pretty easy to add. So when I am setting up a problem like this, I'm going to do it vertically, and then since it's at the same denominator, we just add these numbers, but I'm going to put the denominator over here across the equal sign, and then I'm going to show my work, and to show how we get to this. And then what we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So then 5/12 and 3/12. So can anyone guess what we do here?
Add.
So we add what numbers?
5 and 3.
Yeah. So you get 8/12. And we always want to make sure we simplify. So we can divide 8 by
2.
2 works, yeah. So can we simplify this further?
Yes.
How?
By 2.
Okay, can we simplify this further?
No.
So that's our final answer. So when you're showing your work on your practice problems, I want to make sure you're writing out divide by 2, divide by 2, and circling your answer when you're done. So I want to make sure you guys are showing your work. Okay, so next we're going to do a subtraction problem. I think that's what I'm saying. Okay, so how do we set up this problem?
Multiply 15 by 1.
Yes. And then, so what do we have to do to this 3?
Multiply by 1.
And then what do we have to do this 8?
Multiply by 1.
So what's 8 plus 3?
I thought we were subtracting.
What's 8 minus 3? Thank you, Jasmine, for that correction.
5.
5.
And then what do we put here?
15.
Can we simplify this?
Yes.
What do we do to simplify it?
So divide.
Divide by what?
5.
So can we simplify this further?
No.
So that's our final answer. Do we understand that?
Yeah.
Thumbs up if you're feeling good. Okay. Okay, so those were easy because those had the same denominator, but we're also going to learn how to equivalent the fraction, make the fractions equal to each other with different denominators. So first we're going to do okay, so what's the least common multiple of 5 and 10?
10.
So we put that over the equal sign. So how do we get from 10 to 10?
Multiply by 1.
And then how do we get from 5 to 10?
Multiply by 2.
And what we have to do to the bottom, we have to do to the
Top.
So now what's our answer?
7/10.
And can we simplify this?
No.
So that's our answer. Then we're going to do one more like that. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay, so what's the least common multiple of 8 and 4?
8.
Yes. So how do we get from 4 to 8?
Multiply by 2.
You guys are getting the hang of this. So now we're going to make this a 5. Oopsies. So what goes here?
5.
5.
Okay. So what's 5 minus 4?
1.
Answer is 1/8. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
No.
Okay. So that is the end of our instruction. Next, we're going to do some independent work. We're going to do 2 problems on your own. So first, we're going to do number 1 and 2 is okay, so you have a few minutes to do these on your own. Okay, so for this first one, what's the first step?
Find the least common.
Multiple.
Yep, so what's the common multiple of these two?
12.
So what do we do here?
Multiply by 1. Because what you do at the bottom, you do to the top.
Good. Okay, so what do we do to get to 12?
Multiply by 4.
So what's the answer?
Well, you're going to add, so 6/12.
Can we simplify this?
Yes.
How?
Divide by 3.
So what's this? What's the numerator? And what's the denominator?
4.
So what is this simplified to?
1/2.
Okay, so now for this one, what is our least common multiple?
12. No.
No. Well, let's make this one a little bit easier. So let's do, oh my gosh, this marker. So let's do 20. So I'm gonna start it off for you guys. Okay.
Oh, did you multiply 10 by 2 to get the 20?
Yes. So what are we gonna do here then?
Multiply by 2.
So that gets you 4.
Oh, you multiply the 20 by 1.
So we have to do,
4 times 1.
oh, put this to a 5. Okay, so what's 5 minus 4?
120.
Can we simplify this?
No.
Yep. So that's the right answer. Do you have any questions about any of this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so why is this important? Why do we need to know how to make equivalent fractions and how to add and subtract them?
Because we'll use it in real life.
So what's a real life scenario that we might use this in?
Pizza.
Okay, so let's draw a pizza pie. Do you mean like a pizza pie? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make. Oh, there's sugar. Okay, So how we use this in real life is, say you eat these two, and then your friend eats these 3 pieces over here. So how many do we have left? If there were 8 slices, so 8 over 8 minus 2 over 8, or minus 3 over 8 from your friend, and minus 2 over 8. So how many slices of pizza are left?
5.
So from this it would be 5. So after your friend eats 3 pieces, there are 5 pieces left. And after you eat 2 more, how many pieces are left after that?
3.
Yes. So that's how you would use this in a real world problem. And then same with pie.
I like pizza better.
You like pizza better?
Yeah.
Me too. Okay. And then, why is it important to make sure the denominators are equal before adding and subtracting?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's because it's way easier to figure out equal denominators before you add and subtract it. You won't be able to really figure out the problem unless you do that, or unless you convert it to a decimal or anything like that. So what's the first step to when we're creating equal fractions? What do we have to find?
The least common multiple?
Yep, so you define these common multiples so that the denominators are equal, and then do what you do to the bottom to the top. So as we were doing, if the denominator, the LCM was 40, and the denominator for one of the original fractions was 40, you multiply by 1, and then multiply the numerator by 1 as well. And how do we find common multiples?
It's the smallest number that 2 numbers go into.
Yeah, that's the least common multiple, but common multiples can be found by just multiplying the 2 numbers together. Worst case scenario in a problem, if you have like 12 as your denominator and like 16. If you can't figure out what the least common multiple of these 2 numbers are, just multiply them together, and then you can simplify it at the end. But right now we're not looking at too complex of fractions like that. But okay, so next we're going to get into teams. And you guys have dry erase boards at your desk and your eraser and a marker. And I'll write a few problems on the board. We're just going to do 2 right now. And then you guys want to hold up your answers when you are done. So first, 2 over 8 plus 5 over 16. Okay, so work this out on your whiteboard. Okay, so hold up your answers. 9/16, yes. So, that was our answer. How do we begin this problem?
You find the least common multiple.
And in this case, it's what?
16.
Yep, and then 4. 4 plus 5 is what?
9.
16. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. And then this is going to be a subtraction problem. This one's a little bit harder. Okay, go ahead. Figure this out. Okay, hold up your boards. Okay, you're a little bit off there. Okay. So 36 is going to be your least common multiple for both of them. I think that might have been where you got messed up. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to. We all make mistakes. So how do we get to 36? So we always multiply by 1. And then 9 times what is 36? I know our 9 times tables are a little bit difficult.
I gotta count on my fingers.
Is it 4?
Yes. So 8. 8 minus 3 is what?
5.
Yes. Can we simplify that any further?
No.
Okay, so do you see where you got that wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you understand your mistake. Okay, so now I'm going to pass out a worksheet for you guys to finish before the end of class. So yeah, you get it over here. And then, yeah, that's the end of our lesson.